Before the trophies, before the headlines, before the world knew his name, there was belief. And not the shallow kind of belief that depends on praise or validation, but a quiet, relentless conviction that grew stronger with every setback. Cristiano didn't become who he is because the world believed in him. He became who he is because he refused to stop believing in himself when the world didn't. That is where greatness truly begins, not in success, but in the mind that can withstand failure without surrendering its vision. People often think strength is measured by how much weight you can lift, how fast you can run, or how many hours you can work. But the truth is, strength begins in the unseen places, in how you think, how you respond to pressure, and how you talk to yourself when everything seems against you. The mental game comes before every physical act. You cannot build a strong body with a weak mind. You cannot lead others if you are constantly defeated by your own thoughts. Cristiano's success is not just the result of physical training. It is the outcome of years spent mastering his inner world. Every record he broke started as an idea, a belief, a vision he refused to compromise on. When people called him arrogant, what they were really seeing was confidence misunderstood. Confidence is not arrogance. It is self-knowledge expressed through action. He knew what he had worked for, what he could deliver, and what he was willing to sacrifice to prove it. That kind of clarity doesn't come from talent. It comes from inner strength. You see, the world will test your mind long before it rewards your effort. It will throw noise, doubt, and criticism your way. It will try to convince you that you are not ready, not capable, not enough. But the question is, what voice will you listen to? The external noise that changes daily, or the internal belief that grows with every challenge? The greatest athletes, artists, and thinkers all share one thing in common: an unshakable mental foundation. They don't crumble under pressure, they perform under it. And that ability comes from training the mind long before training the body. Mental strength is built in silence. It's in the small choices, showing up when no one notices, staying calm when others panic, keeping focus when distractions scream for attention. Cristiano didn't allow his emotions to control him. He learned how to channel them. Every frustration, every missed goal, every failure became fuel. That's the power of mindset, to take pain and turn it into purpose. We often underestimate how fragile the mind can be and how powerful it can become once trained. Most people lose battles not because they lack skill, but because they lack mental endurance. The moment something goes wrong, they collapse internally. But champions, real champions, see adversity as an invitation. Every obstacle becomes a test, not of ability, but of mental clarity. You win the next 15 years of your life by mastering the next 15 minutes of your mind. And this is where most people get it wrong. They wait for confidence to appear before they act, but confidence doesn't precede action, it follows it. You don't become mentally strong by waiting to feel ready. You become mentally strong by doing the thing before you feel prepared and proving to yourself that you are capable. Confidence grows through evidence, through the actions that remind you who you are. Cristiano believed in himself long before the world called him a champion. He visualized success before it existed. He saw himself winning because he trained himself to think like a winner. That's not luck or arrogance, that's mental preparation. You can't expect to win a war you haven't prepared your mind for. And most people lose not because they are weak, but because they have never learned how to think powerfully under pressure. Mental strength is also humility, knowing that you can always learn, always improve, always evolve. The mind that thinks it has arrived will stop growing. Cristiano's mental dominance didn't come from pride, it came from discipline. He understood that no matter how far you've come, there is always another level. That mindset of never being satisfied, of always staying hungry, is what keeps the greats ahead of everyone else. When you understand this, you realize something profound. Success isn't about proving others wrong, it's about proving yourself right. It's about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions toward one clear purpose. And when your inner world becomes stronger than your external circumstances, no failure, no setback, no criticism can shake you. You become untouchable, not because the world changes, but because your mind does. The truth is, you don't rise when people believe in you. You rise when you believe in you. The mind is your foundation, and every achievement you dream of stands on it. Strengthen it, and everything else follows. So before you chase trophies, train your thoughts. Before you demand success, discipline your mind. Because the mind builds the man, and the man builds the legacy.